high fire danger is nothing new for us, but this is PG&E's response. Beginning at midnight tonight, PG&E will start shutting off power to prevent wildfires caused by faulty power lines.
We want to show you a map of the impacted counties, 34 in all, covering 800,000 customers. Now let's zoom in on the Bay Area. Every county, minus San Francisco, will have parts of it without power. Again, every county except San Francisco. The map also lists how many customers in each county will be impacted. As you can see, Sonoma will be the hardest hit with more than 66,000.
We have a team of reporters with some vital information this evening. Let's start with NBC Bay Area's Damian Trujillo, who joins us in the Alamo neighborhood of San Jose. Damian.
Well, Raj, there are 3 gas stations here on the corner of McKee and Capitol. One where I'm standing, one across the street where the PG&E truck is filling up right now, and then one right over there. There's been a steady flow of customers here as people prepare for what might lie ahead. The Villarreal family isn't taking any chances. Jesse wasn't about to go home with only a half tank of gas.
I'm calling all my daughters, they're all grown, and I'm telling them, go fill up. Make sure you have gas, make sure you have batteries, make sure you have everything you need.
If the power outage happens, fuel pumps won't be working. And with the risk of a days-long outage, fuel could become quite a commodity. In San Jose's Alamo School District, students are getting a 2-day break. The district has canceled classes for Wednesday and Thursday because it confirmed 4 schools and a district office will in fact lose power for at least 36 hours.
Because the district office is not going to have power, and we provide all the support and all of the emergency services to the rest of the sites, we must close everybody because of safety.
The concerns are widespread. San Jose's mayor got a head start on Monday by asking residents to be careful on the streets since signal lights might also be powered off.
We do not want you driving on the roads. That is because street lights and street signals will not be operational in those areas.
Widespread concerns triggering a lot of last-minute planning from one end of the bay to the other. And it's commute time here in the Alamo area of San Jose. I've gotten about 6 different text messages from PG&E over the last day warning about the possible outage. And believe it or not, we ran into several people who had not heard about this possibility. We are live in San Jose. I'm Damian Trujillo, NBC Bay Area News.
Hopefully they will know all the details soon. All right, Governor Newsom not happy. He spoke today about the power outages and his frustration with PG&E. He told reporters PG&E needs to step up and fix its infrastructure.
And we are going to do everything in our power to get them out of bankruptcy and get them to fix their damn system so this will never have to happen again. This should not have to happen, and it's on PG&E's watch that this has happened.
Governor went on to say he understands why some are upset, but says the power outages at this point are necessary in order to keep people safe. Now, San Jose city leaders are just wrapping up a news conference about how the outage may impact Santa Clara County. A big focus being emergency readiness. They're reminding people you should charge your phones, your computer, anything. Make sure you have flashlights out and have an old-fashioned radio, believe it or not, on hand.
Primarily, we can see shutdowns as early as midnight tonight, though the weather forecast indicates that it is more likely in our area tomorrow afternoon or later.
A lot of things to keep in track of here. Jeff Ranieri is with us now. You've been forecasting and analyzing fire danger for years now. What are you seeing in these next 24 and 48 hours?
Well, we think at this point it's Wednesday night into Thursday morning for the worst winds, the way things are setting up right now. So that's really what we're following at this point. Let's go ahead and get a look at the weather forecast, and we'll take you in and we'll show you the key things that we are following. Once again, a 2-day wind event for us here. Wednesday night into Thursday morning being the worst of it. Number 1 danger in the hills at 1,000 feet and above. And what we're really thinking will happen is these on and off northeast wind gusts, 20 to about 50 miles per hour, and a sustained wind. That's your steady or average wind, 10 to 20 miles per hour. So who's in effect with this red flag fire warning? It's most of the North Bay, East Bay, and for the higher elevations of the South Bay. Let's take you into to the #1 spot that I think will be in the highest danger based on the wind forecast, and it's Marin, Napa, and Sonoma counties from Santa Rosa to Yountville to Napa down through American Canyon. #2 danger is Contra Costa, Alameda counties, especially over Antioch, Mount Diablo, Black Hawk, Lafayette, also the Oakland Hills, and even down towards the East San Jose elevations. Coming up in about 15 minutes, I'll have an hour-by-hour forecast on the wind. Just like we take you through any storm system, I'll take you right through that wind forecast again in 15 minutes.
We will see you shortly, Jeff. Thank you. Now, while most counties are focused on these planned outages, CAL FIRE is focused on the issue at hand, the extreme fire danger. Within the last hour, a CAL FIRE crew launched from Los Gatos. You can see them getting ready here. They launched for a fire near Sunol. The expected high winds and low humidity have several agencies beefing up staffing. For CAL FIRE, that includes adding a strike team of 5 engines and 20 firefighters, putting inmate firefighting crews on standby, and bringing in bulldozers, among more.
We've staffed up our engines. All of our reserve engines are staffed, which are usually our spare engines we use when things break. We're staffing those. We've hired some local government fire department water tenders to assist us.
CAL FIRE has also asked some helicopter and air tanker crews to be ready to fly 2 hours earlier than normal. That's beginning tomorrow morning. CAL FIRE also says it plans to rely on emergency generators to pump gas and diesel for engines and run its emergency command center.
Okay, we're not just talking heat and wind. This is also about PG&E equipment, which could spark or fuel a wildfire. You heard the governor talk about it just a few minutes ago. So we asked PG&E about why these planned outages include so many people in so many areas.
This is the biggest wind event that we've seen in a while in our territory, and the devastating fires of 2017 and 2018 have made it very clear that more must be done.
Ultimately, for PG&E, this is about prevention, making sure some of its power lines do not spark a fire. They say they want to be preventative instead of being liable and sorry later.
Thousands of people in the La Miranda area of Contra Costa County are gearing up for the lights to go out after midnight. That's tonight. NBC Bay Area's Jody Hernandez joins us in Lafayette, where many people are stockpiling supplies for a prolonged outage.
We have a whole prosciutto leg over there.
Chef Brian Hoagland shows us all the fine food that may soon spoil if PG&E turns off the power. Postino is one of hundreds of restaurants told they'll have to close during PG&E's public safety power shutoff.
Telling us hours before they're turning the power off, it's not really fair.
It's your responsibility to go ahead and self-close.
Contra Costa County health inspectors went door to door today to let restaurants know it won't be safe to operate if the power turns off.
Once they're not able to have refrigeration, hand washing, restrooms, things like that, then they are required to close.
This is a huge, unprecedented event.
The city of Lafayette says they've been told the power could be shut off for as long as 5 days. That means traffic lights will go dark and many city offices will close.
The majority of people in Lafayette will not have power, as we understand it now, beginning as early as midnight tonight.
They took all our flashlights.
Many store shelves are bare at Orinda Hardware as people scoop up flashlights, batteries, and other supplies needed to get through a power outage.
I'm feeling like it's real. It's scary.
Mike Fields is making sure he won't be completely left in the dark. He stocked up on battery-operated lights, then made a trip to the grocery store to get plenty of ice.
Trying to conserve what I have and not have to lose a bunch of food.
Okay, another critical heads up is Caltrans is now telling us it is preparing for a potential full closure of the Caldecott Tunnel if the power is shut down in that area. That would mean you wouldn't be able to use the Caldecott and you'd have to detour between Oakland and Contra Costa County, potentially using 580 and 680 instead.
That would be a mess. Devil's Slide will also be closed at a point tomorrow as well. So what about your phones now? When the lights go dark, will your phone signals go dark as well? Consumer investigator Chris Camara joins us with some answers. Well, this is a big issue when it comes to all our technology here.
Yeah, because these are vital devices these days, right? And we know from the fires way back when that sometimes, yeah, the service does go out. The bottom line here with this event is that there might be service, but it might not be 100%. We asked the 4 biggest wireless carriers about their plans for the blackout. AT&T and Sprint have not gotten back to us yet, but Verizon did, as well as T-Mobile. Here's what Verizon said. It told us we have generators and and backup batteries at the majority of our cell sites, towers, and all of our switch locations, what they call network nerve centers, to keep our network up and running if commercial power is lost. T-Mobile told us it has a fleet of temporary generators on trucks and trailers similar to the ones on your screen right now, video that Verizon shared with us. On top of those portable power sources, cell companies tell us they have temporary cell towers they can dispatch by truck in an emergency. There are no guarantees here, so you need to really brace yourself for service to potentially be spotty for the remainder of the week. Now, even if you have 4 bars, you got to figure out how you'll keep your phone charged when the power is out. So start charging your phone right now. Leave it plugged in tonight when you go to bed. As backup, you could probably charge from your car if you have the right cable. Please do not run the car in the garage. Open the garage door, take it outside if you need to turn the engine on. That raises the risk of carbon monoxide poisoning. Also, you can consider a battery backup. That's a heck of a lot safer. Lots of stores carry them. By the way, landline phones might not be working either. Comcast, which owns NBC, told us its services require power to work. So subscribers who lose power will likely also lose digital phone service. If you're one of the lucky few with an older copper wire analog phone at home, well, it might actually work. You could possibly still have a dial tone when the power is out. I'll be back in a little bit with a look at the map where you can look up possible power outages at your home address and a potential pitfall with that. Raj?
Good information. Thank you, Chris. So what happens about the food in your fridge during a blackout? That's a big question. Well, actually, Chris answered that question on our 5 o'clock newscast. If you missed it, you can watch it on our website, NBCBayArea.com/responds.